Is this latest screw up by Scopely the biggest in gaming history? I am not sure, but tens of thousands of dollars in free resources was given out to certain players in Marvel Strike Force this past weekend. We're going to talk all about that. We're going to talk about the kill order of meta teams and all of the rest of your questions from the mailbag, guys. We got rumors. We got a giveaway winner to announce, guys. And if you're ready for all of that, find that like button and you know what to do. Yeah, baby. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Lots of things going on this weekend, guys. Not only do we have the normal mailbag questions, but we do need to address this latest big, huge debacle by Foxnets, guys. Before we get to that, though, I do want to announce the latest winner of the giveaway sponsored by Worldwide Nutrition, Kenzo Okamura. Congratulations. You are the lucky winner of Zemo, one of the awesome new characters in the game. So congratulations. You should have already been reached out to by Mikey at Worldwide Nutrition. Now, guys, if you want to get 25% off your entire order at Worldwide Nutrition, sups, whatever you want, pre-workouts, aminos, protein powders, CBD, make sure you use the link in the description, guys, to get 25% off your order using that code ValleyFlyin25. Well, let's talk about this latest debacle, guys. So if you don't know what went on this weekend, 3,000 orb fragments were supposed to be given out as part of the daily login rewards, but 3,000 orbs, not orb fragments, were given out. This is an example of what some people were able to get with this, with opening all 3,000 of these orbs. Obviously, because these are orbs, everybody's not getting the exact same amount, but man, some players got a lot. And if you calculate this in terms of what it would cost in terms of dollar amount to get this amount of resources based on some of the recent offers that they have, estimates between 35 in the low end and up to 48 on the high end. Thousands of dollars in free resources is what this equates to. Now, if you were in those time zones in Australia, China, New Zealand, some of these earlier time zones that had the reset a lot earlier, well, if you were able to wake up at that time and claim these gifts, well, they are still in your account. Still no word on what Foxnets, aka Scopely, is going to do as a result of this. Two options here, though, guys. Roll back all the accounts, which does present some problems for some players, especially if they pulled some good red stars or something like that during that reset, or just give this out to everybody. Both of them is going to have some issues with the game. I don't think giving out this amount of resources will break the game. It will significantly reduce their offers for these types of resources, but I think Scopely can very easily pivot and give us some more bottlenecks. There's a lot of mini uniques. There's superior uniques. There's a lot of different things that they could choose to be the big bottleneck with this, with introducing this into the game and not breaking it. But we will see, guys. I mean, this could be handled in a very player-friendly way, or this could be handled in a way that will upset a lot of the community. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. It's kind of a norm to get these kind of big bugs and have some rewards in our inbox because of it. So let's see what happens. Let's see what their solution is before we bring out the pitchforks, guys. It's almost business as usual with all the screw-ups that have been happening in Marvel Strike Force. But without further ado, guys, let's get into your questions of the week. All right, first question of the week. Hey, brother, can you put in a good word for me that open QA job at Scopely? 3,000 orb, thanks in advance. Yeah, you know what? With all the scripts, I don't know if they have an opening at the QA department. I don't even know if there is a QA department. I've heard that Scopely had a job posting a little while ago, but apparently it has not been filled, especially as evidenced by what happened this past weekend, guys. What is up, brother? Thanks all for all the good content enthusiasm. Hello, here again from New Zealand. What is up? I have no top choices for skill players to take into Gear 14. Have lots of orange gear for skill. Any thoughts? I was running out. Good choices there are going to be your two Black Order members. If you're using the Black Order, Proxima, Corvus both have that skill tag. That's who I ended up using. I wouldn't say they're the most valuable in Dark Dimension 3. Also having that tag, though, is Nick Fury. He probably has a little more value than some of the other characters in Dark Dimension 3, but my question would be, how much are you going to use him outside of this game mode? You're going to plan to use him a lot, especially on War D. That could be another character to take up. And then another one is Sif, not Strife. I was going to say, sorry, Sif. Sif is a good character for that Asgardian team. If you prioritize ward defense, she's going to make it a little tough for your opponents. But those are 3 characters right there that I would think of, or 4 characters. The 2 Black Order members, Proxima Corvus, Nick Fury, and then last would be Sif. One of those usage is going to be very important in determining who is best for your roster, though, brother. Next question, first time question, long time listener. With this crazy orange Catalyst Orb debacle, many people have been saying this game is ending. Do you think our game will come to an end over this? Thanks for the awesome videos. Hulk fist bump to you, brother. I don't think that's gonna come to an end over this. They've screwed up big time in the past with the alliance kick bug that they had way back. I don't even remember when that happened, but about half the alliances, people were kicked from their alliances. They've also had a big one with a gold influx. They've had some crazy offers for that, and they made good. So it's all about how they handle this. If they handle this in a way that doesn't piss off the players, then no, the game's fine. If they do this and players are not made whole, or these rollbacks are done in a weird way, could upset people, but I don't think the game will end over this. This could be a straw if this is not handled correctly. So I am hoping that Scopely is in meetings right now, and the best way to figure this out, because this could be a very bad thing, or it could be just another drop in the bucket. One of the big screw up that's happened, compensating the players. We'll see what happens, though, guys. We'll see what happens with this. At Valley, I know you play PC, but for mobile gamers, it's a pain in the butt to edit teams in Blitz. When you edit a team in Blitz, it goes to the bottom of the list. I feel it'll be easier for the edited team to be at the top of the list instead of having to scroll through teams to get it. So PC, mobile, that does not matter. It's functionally the same thing. The team goes to the bottom, so the PC mobile argument doesn't matter, because the PC is just an emulator of a mobile device. So yeah, it sucks. I mean, this is something I think needs to be changed. The whole user interface of save squads, but as evidence of some of the things going on right now, I think there's a lot bigger bugs that they need to fix. I mean, the orange gear, the orange orb thing, that wasn't even a bug. It's just someone not proofreading their work, not testing their work. So I think they have to solve that. But yeah, this Blitz UI is something that I hope is addressed. Obviously, once after they address some of these bigger things that's going on right now. How can I tell whereas the character specific stats are good or not? Can you explain this for speed, focus, and resistance specifically? So the best place I would recommend going for this is back to our friendly website, msf.gg. Let me go over there and show you what I'm talking about. All right, guys, so here we are on msf.gg, and this is a normal section you go for to look at the characters. You see their stats and everything, but if you just want to see stats of all the characters, the stat table right here, and you can switch up their gold stars, their red stars, their level. Right now it's at the level 80, gear 15. You could change this to whatever you want. So based on maybe level 70 or something, you can see which is the highest characters at that level. You could go up to 75, whatever. You could change things and see where they're at. So if you want to do something like damage stat, for instance, boom, you see who is the highest damaging character in the game is Black Bolt, just based on their base stats. So if you go all the way down, the lowest damaging character in the game is Night Nurse. So the midpoint will be probably around here somewhere, right around the Magneto, Jessica Jones level. And I'm just eyeballing this, guys. But yeah, so that's how you can tell and see if a character's stats are good. You just go by the baseline, see if they're above or below the average of the other characters, and you can determine from that. But the best place to go, msf.gg, because you have this customability of their passive level, their start tag level, all this stuff, and you can see where their stats are based on this stuff, guys. Hey, Bub, what do you think would be the most benefit from buying a 5th red star in the character? Or who do you think would be the most beneficial getting that 5th red star? Corvus Glaive, Cull Obsidian, Proxima Midnight. Other possibility is Venom, almost tier 14. So if you're not focused on your Black Order, I would say Venom because of that city lane in Dark Dimension 3. If you're focused on your Black Order, Cull Obsidian is the best out of these characters, guys. Cull Obsidian and Thanos, high red stars on those two characters matter in a Black Order team. Next question. Greetings from Drew's homeland. I'm wondering where that is. I think a lot of people are assuming it's Australia, but I don't know if he's ever said that. Anyway, Greetings from his homeland. I've always wondered why Ebony Maw's barrier doesn't carry over to the next raid, but something like Storm's charges do. Have you heard anything from the devs? I don't think any barriers carry over, no positive effects. None of the negative effects on your enemies carry over to the next raid. The only thing that does, as far as what I can remember, is charges. And that's kind of different for each character. Each character, the charge works a little differently. Sometimes they carry over, sometimes they don't. To the best of my knowledge, I think they carry over, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah, each individual character has a different mechanic based on their charge. So charge is a little different, but yeah, none of the barrier, none of the negative effects, none of the positive effects carry over. So that's just kind of how it is per battle to battle. But charge, sometimes it does. Valley, first time posting. I was curious if you could go through some save squads, show us what kill order you would kill some people as if you were fighting them, still struggling for kill order. Some of the better teams. Thanks for making videos. So for this, guys, let's go back. Let's go into the game. I'll show you my save squads and talk about the kill order of some of these meta teams in the game right now. All right, so here are all of my save squads. Not much has changed since the last time we reviewed these save squads, but Black Order, big guy that you want to take out is probably Ebony Maw or Proxima, if you could get that before the call taunt. If you have to do that after the call taunt, you're probably going through call and then trying to get to these rest of these characters. Big thing when going Black Order against Black Order is that flip of that Thanos. You want to try to get your flip after the AI's Thanos does their flip. Spider-Verse or symbiotes. I'm gonna kind of avoid Drax and Psylocke in this team, but you got a bunch of different threats. Carnage, his passive, gives him that turn meter when enemies are dropping below 50% or 25% health. Venom, heal block, that is probably the most annoying. He has the ability to spread buffs or debuffs. He has ability block, so he's very annoying. And then a lot of utility from Symbiote Spider-Man as well. If you're looking to avoid the heal blocks, probably Venom. If you're looking to avoid some of that speed bar, Carnage is the way to go, and I think the best character out of these is just Symbiote Spider-Man. So you got your pick depending on what your team is doing. For X-Men, Cyclops, in this version of the X-Men, Cyclops would be my first target to take out because he could do some big damage. You also have a lot of big damage potentially coming from Storm if the AI uses it right. Obviously, if Dark Phoenix pops before any of those characters, that should be your #1 priority. But if you just have normal Phoenix on there, you want to try to keep her alive as long as possible so you could just focus as much attention on Dark Phoenix as possible. Couple different threats right here on this team. We got Crystal here. Big threat that she offers is the healing that she brings to the Inhumans team once they drop below. I think it's 50% health. Could be 25, but she brings them healing. So eliminating her will just make it a lot easier to take out some of these other members. Black Bolt obviously is the big damage. So if you're coming up against a big Black Bolt and that AoE is coming on soon, you might want to take him out first. But Yo-Yo is another potential target because the offense downs that she applies on your team. So depending on the matchup, one of these three, Crystal, Black Bolt, or Yo-Yo, you got a few different options with the Asgardians as well and a few different threats. A lot of times you're going through Sif because she's the one that taunts, but the bigger threats are going to be from Hela because she has Greg. She has that ultimate that spreads all debuffs to everybody. Loki gives them stealth once they drop below, I think it's 50% health. And then Thor has that big AoE that he's unleashing every time they're attacked. So a lot of different threats. Pretty much everybody but Heimdall could be a potential target right here. But I usually go for Loki first because I don't want the Asgardians dropping into that stealth. So I need to be able to attack them. So Loki normally is the first target I hit, but Thor usually comes next. And then if you're using any other team, you could save Hela for last. But Spider-Verse, if you're using Spider-Verse, especially in war, you don't want a bunch of Gregs out there feeding her turn meter. Your guys are getting turn meter, and it's just a big mess. So don't save Hela for last if you're using Spider-Verse. But I think I would go Loki first on this target, this team. Scientist Supreme is the big target here. You take her out, that team falls apart. Minerva is the big threat on this team. Although if you eliminate Minerva and Rocket, both, then you could probably put this matchup on auto. Bunch of different threats here. I think Emma is going to be the biggest threat that I would want to take out first. Although, if you eliminate Strife, you eliminate their tank, you could go after any target. So, just because he's taunting a lot and has the barrier, I think Strife is the one that you have to take out first. But if it was my choice, Emma would be the one I take out. Invisible Woman and Human Torch are the two big characters on this that you want to take out. Invisible Woman for the barrier that she offers, the offense down, the clearing of debuffs, and then Human Torch for his offense up. So one of these two The big threat on this shield team is shield medic. Take her out first and then start to worry about Coulson and Fury, but medic goes first. Depends. This Brotherhood matchup, it will depend on who you're fighting and where you are in the turn order. If Magneto has not brought everybody together, pulled everybody together yet, I try to go for Magneto because I don't want all of my targets adjacent to each other. If not, I'll probably shift my focus onto Pyro, but in practicality, you usually end up targeting Juggernaut first, unless you can get some slow or something to prevent his taunt. He's slower, so you still have a chance to take out some of these characters first, but if he does get that taunt off first, you're probably going to have to end up going through him. A couple different threats here. Squirrel Girl because of her healing, Captain Marvel because she's Captain Marvel, but Miss Marvel, probably the one that I would take out first because of her taunt every time a hero drops below 50% health. So Miss Marvel first, but you still got some threats with Squirrel Girl, Captain Marvel. Doctor Strange, this is the guy to take out first on this team right there. Shuri, Killmonger both offer a lot of threats, but if you're going against a very beefy Black Panther, that's the guy to take out first, because if Black Panther is way overpowered over the rest of your Wakandans, you can take out your entire team. So watch the power levels of this team depending on what they are, either Shuri, Killmonger, or Black Panther. You got to take out Punisher or Punisher / and or Iron Fist before Luke Cage taunts, or you're kind of in trouble even nowadays with the defenders, depending on who your team is. This is a tricky one. You got. I don't like to take out Hulk first. I don't like to take out Captain America first. He's gonna have defense up a lot. Hulk is just a Hulk and will damage you a lot if you try to take him out. So Black Widow, Hawkeye is usually I end up going for. Black Widow offers a lot with her speed up, and then Hawkeye very annoying with his blinds and slows, the AoE attack. Take out Rescue, Power Armor is a lot easier. Maybe even have to take out Ironheart depending on what she's doing with her ability blocks and defense ups. This is just a Ultron team, so on an Ultron team, take out Ultron first unless you have somebody blocking you. Taking out Taskmaster or even Merc Lieutenant is the way to go with this team right here. After you take those out, the rest of them very easy. Domino is the first one I would take out on this team. Definitely do not go after Deadpool. This one, usually I end up going after Vulture. Vulture's not on the team right now, so maybe the Green Goblin or Shocker goes first. I put Vulture on this one temporarily. I'm not sure if he's gonna stay there, but yeah, this guy right there, Zemo. Go after Zemo. And go after Red Skull if you can. If you're in war, you have to take out these minions first. But that is the kill order of some of these meta teams, guys. Hey, Valley was wondering about the characters you recommended as essential for DD3 in a previous video regarding gold stars, red star levels. Do you recommend 7 gold stars, 5 red stars at a minimum, or can they be 5, 6 gold stars? Most of mine are at 6 gold stars. I was only able to get Symbiote Spider-Man 5, can't farm Hela. Colossus, what do you recommend? Get them in there as soon as possible. Obviously, you're going to have a lot more damage, a lot more stats if you have more gold stars, more red stars on this character. But I think because this is such a grind, this is not a multi-day thing, a multi-week, possibly a multi-month thing. Getting in and starting to chip away that damage is the most important. So if you're able to get in, just go in, even if your teams aren't optimally built, even if they don't have the gold stars or the red stars. Get them in there so they can start slowly chipping away. And if you have characters that do percentage-based damage, Hela, Phoenix, and Minerva, not Hela, Ebony Maw, Phoenix, and Minerva, those are the 3 characters that those won't matter as much because they do percentage-based damage in that game, in any game mode, but Dark Dimension 3 especially because they have such a high health pool. Hey, brother, greetings from the Baguette Land with the new Avengers rework, Hydra 2.0, Sinister 6, and the X-Men. Merc, I feel Scopely is trying to make us choose 5 teams between 7 and 8 to give us more flexibility. Do you have some more info on that? And what do you think about it? I don't have any more information about it, although Drew might later in the show. But I kind of like the flexibility. I don't like having to build up tunes and having them sit on the bench. That would be my only complaint against this. But I do like the flexibility, and I'll use X-Men as an example because they have so many other characters. You could do the Beast version, you could do the Cyclops version, you could put Psylocke in there, you could put Wolverine in there, a bunch of different characters to make the 5 best, and it gives you. I kind of like that from the theory crafting standpoint, but as far as building the characters, it just kind of sucks that you're building up 8 characters and leaving 3 on the bench. So positives and negatives. I do like the flexibility though, but no word officially or unofficially on what is happening with what they're doing. Is this a no new thing, or if that we're having more teams coming to the game, or if this is the trend and we're gonna have to choose between, you know, leaving a couple tunes on the bench and using tunes in the team. Currently have Phoenix, Colossus, Falcon, Fury, T14. Just started the third node in global. Don't have any other globals at T13, but I do have a few close with a few big uniques, bunch of characters currently doing the characters. Do you think it's worth it to try to get a 5th up to T14 for the last node, or should I start working on Cosmic City to T14? I think with that team, Phoenix, Colossus, Falcon, Fury, you should be done with global. It should be fine. Another tune might get you there a little quicker, but I think your resources are better spent on your Cosmic tunes, on your City tunes. Again, for Cosmic, I think the important ones, if you have access to them, Minerva, Ebony Maw, and then Hela. And if you can get Greg, if you could get Black Bolt in there, I think those are the 4 best tunes that you could bring in. Black Bolt, kind of optional for this game mode because you might want to save your bio for your 2 city characters. That's Symbiote, Spider-Man, and Carnage. If you could get all 3, if you get Venom in there as well, should be easy. But yeah, skip global. You're almost done with it, and you have 2 of the best characters in there and some backup to take some pressure off there. So yes, just start working on Cosmic. Start working on your city right now, brother. Hello, greetings from LA, California. Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you as well, brother. Today, I was lucky enough to get my 2nd red star. Sadly, it was Hydra Grenadier. My question, would it be worth it to build up Hydra 2.0? I think it is. If already have 10 good attacking teams for war. I know that there are a Red Skull Hydra Killer, but I already have good Inhumans built up. I already have Winter Soldier Crossbones built up, so I really need to build Zemo and Grenadier. Yeah, so I would build them. And my reasoning is, my Inhumans are way stronger than the Hydra 1.0 teams that I'm facing. My symbiotes are way stronger than those teams as well. So with another team that I could start attacking some of these Hydra 1.0 teams into 150 to 250 range, that's not worth it to bring my Inhumans or symbiotes. I like it. So for me, it was a good thing. And Grenadier does have some synergy with Zemo on Zemo's basics. So not the worst thing. I personally, I would build up this team though. But if you already have solid teams, you're doing good in war, you might just want to save your resources, brother. Hi there. Preparing for Dark Dimension 3. I hear the top priority choices are Ebony Maw, Minerva, Phoenix, Symbiote, Spider-Man, and Carnage. Would Emma or any of the new characters make a good substitute for Phoenix, or should the list remain the same? So the tunes you have there are very good. I would add a couple, like maybe Hela, just for that Greg, maybe adding Colossus to protect Phoenix. But Emma is a very good character. Now, she does some good things. You already have Phoenix. You're done. You already have Colossus there. Oh, no, you don't have Colossus. All right, so Colossus would be a good one as well. But she's going to take mutant gear, so the same gear as Colossus. I probably would do Colossus just a little bit sooner than her, but you could make the argument of doing her first. The main reason you want Phoenix is, we want Colossus to protect Phoenix. So she's going to offer some of that, but she's not going to substitute what Phoenix does. She's not going to be a substitute. Phoenix does percent base damage on the special of Dark Phoenix. That is a big move. Plus, if you get the special and the ultimate for Dark Phoenix per node, you're in very good shape. So Emma does not do that. She'll help to keep your team alive a lot longer. Remove debuffs. She's a good cleanser. As far as that damage, though, you're not getting that with Emma. So they do different things. She's not a good substitute, but she would be a good in addition if you have the resources. Hello, ValleyFlyin from New Zealand. What is up, brother? I'm a player of 1 year, got 3 million TCP. I know you a lot of content creators talking about making Blitz better. My question is to make Blitz shards the same as they do arena shards, but the base shards on your TCP. So this has been a suggestion that I've had for a while. And with the recent changes that we got last week to Blitz and what they've been talking about for the changes that they're wanting to do with Blitz, I think it's a good suggestion, but I don't see it happening just based on some of the moves that they had. It looks like the Blitz changes that we got this past week were more blanket changes, and they appear to be in what I view as Scopely's minds as a solution for Blitz. So because they did those, I would say it's less likely that we get these Blitz shards, especially because they changed up the rewards. But I would like to see it. It would be more fair. I mean, imagine if everybody was in the same arena shard, how unfair that would be. That's kind of what Blitz is like right now. Let's see what happens with these new rewards. Let's see if they're going to stick for Zemo when he comes out with these red star orbs, up to 3-star, 4-star for the second run of that character. if that is like it is, these may not be that bad, but you're still only limiting it to 3%. So we'll see how these work. The good thing is that in the blog post, Scopely did say that they are open to change, to doing more changes to reduce low quality time in Blitz. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. ValleyFlyin, thanks for answering my last question last week, bro. I have Hela, Phoenix, Symbiote, Spider-Man, Black Bolt, 4 stars. Use all of them at the time. Which should be going to 5? Out of those characters, I would go Black Bolt first, and maybe either Hela or Phoenix second. Symbiote Spider-Man is very, very good. And maybe the reason I'm not thinking of building him up with promotion credits, I pulled 5 on him, so I never was thinking of using promotion credits on him. But Black Bolt out of those 4 characters would be my first choice. And then they're all good characters, so I don't think you're going to do a mistake by building up any of those characters. But Black Bolt is still my first choice. Thanks for all you do for the MSF community. Thank you, brother. Been playing around with this different options for my Avengers team. Vision, Ant-Man, Black Panther. But the one I like the best is Nick Fury because he provides a team what they desperately needs: heals and buffs. That doesn't mean my Fury Coulson Shield team becomes just a Coulson team. I do have both teams on war defense, but my question is, do you think it would be the better value to have a stronger Avengers team or a stronger Shield team? So why not both? And I personally, I like Wave 1 Avengers on offense. I think they could do more. But if you have that ultimate, the T4 ultimate for Captain America, not the worst thing on defense. I don't like splitting up Nick Fury and that Coulson Fury Shield team. You're making 2 potentially very good teams into one really good team, and you're losing that. I think you get more defensive wins. Keep the Nick Fury on Shield, and you could either use Vision, Ant-Man, or Black Panther on defense. Whoever you have stronger. You could even go Captain Marvel on defense if you're not using her for Young Avengers. You could go Shield Trooper, depending on what you have. But personally, I like them for offense better. But if you need to use them for defense, as good as Nick Fury is on that team, I would recommend using somebody else just so you get another extra team there. Valley, any idea when the other X-Force members will become farmable? So I think this was asked before. Domino became farmable in the Blitz War. So awesome this week this news that we got this week. But you know what? For some reason, I picture her going to that Thor node in Doom War. As far as the timing of X23, it's probably going to be really, really close to that Dr. Octopus event or sometime after it. And predictions for her, War Store, good character, needed for a legendary unlock. That is perfect candidate for War Store. That's kind of how they've chosen those characters in the past. So I predict X23 War Store, and then our girl, what is her name? I just said it. Domino to the eventually to the Doom War campaign. Next question. ValleyFlyin, long time a viewer, first time mailbag. Not if that could really happen, but could you pick a 10-toon squad? Who would you like to pick? I don't know. I guess just the 10 best team characters in the game. Some of the common candidates for real-time PvP. You get your Zemos, Crossbones. That's a fun combo right there. I would throw in some X-Men in there, some Black Bolt, Ultron, just some of the best tunes. But what I would like to see for a 10-toon squad is some big raid battle. They do that in Dragon Champions where you have to battle this big dragon, and instead of picking the normal 5-man match, you're picking 10 characters for that node. They do that in other games as well. Dragon Champions did that. What else? Exos Heroes did that. I think I might have said Dragon Champions twice, but Exos Heroes does that. Dragon Champions does that. Star Wars does that, although they don't use more characters. I don't think Dragon Champions uses more characters either, but I would like to see a big 10-man raid type boss, a big Galactus, Dormammu, Beyonder, Apocalypse type boss. I think it'd be cool. Hey, love the channel. I have a question about farming Karnak. He's the last 5-star I need for Mob. What is the most cost-effective way to farm him? Should I rerun 50 cores, 100 cores? Should I buy him if the offer when it shows up? Need 125 shards before the Maw event. Ooh, it looks like it's coming within a week, and 125 shards is gonna be tough. If at this short notice, you probably need to be doing the 100s refreshes and maybe even the 200s when his double drop comes. He probably should get 5 shards in a login event for Ebony Maw, but so that brings you down to 120, but still needing 120 in about a week is a lot. So I think you're gonna have to, at the minimum, go to 100s, and even that, depending if you get bad RNG, you might not make it. So you might need to be getting an offer if you need to get him on this iteration for Ebony Maw. So that's, yeah, it's rough, but it's possible. It's possible, but you're gonna have to refresh a lot and get some lucky RNG. Greetings from Arkansas. Greetings, brother. Hope you weathered the storm. I hope you as well. And all you guys that had a storm, hurricane, or anything reach your way, I hope you guys are safe. Thanks for my question last week. For Zemo team, what are your thoughts on Ultron being the 5th or taking on Grenadier, placing in Storm and Beast? So Zemo, Crossbones, Winter Soldier, Grenadier, Ultron, or Storm or Beast. Again, if you're not using those characters on other teams, then it would be good. Ultron, I think you could punch up a lot more against a lot more teams with him on like an X-Men or a Defenders or an AIM. I think you're able to punch up a lot. So I would like to use Ultron there. As far as Storm and Beast, if you're not using them on X-Men, that could be a good combo. Now Grenadier does give them extra focus, so that is one thing. But Storm, Beast, they are a powerful duel themselves. I'm not sure how that would play out as far as turn meter, but just on paper, off the top of my head, I think that looks good. But yeah, I would not use Ultron for that 5th. Coming from Strong Island, Long Island's greetings, Valley. Greetings, brother. Two things. Do you think the devs would be open to present a character that cannot be owned? Example, Galactus. It would be awesome if there's a raid where you could take on the Heralds of Galactus, Collective Alliance. Yeah, I would like this. A big raid boss. Galactus, I think, is the most common one that's mentioned by the community. But like I mentioned in the previous question, Dormammu's also been thrown out around there. Apocalypse. There's probably some other big enemies, but I would love it. And especially if you had 10 characters that can like that. So yes, good stuff, brother. Not much of a question, but I'm changing my avatar to Black Panther in the game for honor of Boseman. May he rest in peace. Condolences to his family. Yes, I have already done that in game. Doesn't really do anything, but it does pay like a little tribute to Chadwick Boseman. Very unexpected news this past weekend, guys. Very sad, and yeah. Valley, not exactly a question per se, but I'm devastated by the passing of our King T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman. Just a small tribute to him as a great person, actor, overall amazing human beings. What are your thoughts on his career, especially Marvel-related movies? Would like to know your impression of it. So the first time I remember seeing him was in that 42, the Jackie Robinson movie. Thought he did an awesome job in that movie. I was like, oh, this guy's going to be a big star. And then I saw him in that Draft Day movie with Kevin Costner. Like, all right, he plays a baseball star, he plays a football star, and the baseball star was real. Jackie Robinson was a real person, but that line, I can't remember the linebacker's name he played in Draft Day. But good character, and yeah, good moral character that Kevin Costner ended up drafting. And then T'Challa, that is probably his iconic role. Awesome movie. It is sad. I thought they would continue on with that franchise. That franchise was very well received. Has a lot of possibilities to continue on, and I don't know what they're gonna do now. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I've said a lot on him. It's sad. I mean, it was a couple days ago. I'm still in shock. Didn't even know he was sick. Hey man, in light of the passing of Chadwick Boseman, I thought to ask if you set up a donation stream towards a children's cancer hospital, cancer research in general. I will. That is a good idea. I think for the streams, I will do something like that. Start doing the donations for cancer research or anything. I'm gonna look into that and see what options I have. I know we've done charities in the past on Twitch, so hopefully there's something related towards cancer that we could do some donations for, and hopefully make some good out of this bad situation. Kent T14 Ultron right now, and that would be my 5th to get into Dark Dimension 3. Do I do it now or wait on Ma? I have Phoenix, Minerva, Spider, Hela already. So Ultron is a tricky case because getting up to Gear 14 is going to give him a lot more stats and give you a lot more value in other game modes. But just speaking on terms of his value in Dark Dimension 3, I would say he doesn't provide that much value. Once in a while, he'll get his bots off and he'll do a lot, but most of the time, it's just basic because his cooldowns are so off. With that said, I would bring him up. I would use him on other game modes. Know that he's not that great in Dark Dimension 3, but get in there right now. You got Phoenix, you got Minerva. You're gonna be able to make some progress on those early no restriction nodes. And then while you're doing that, you could be working on your Ma. You could be working on other characters. Ma, I don't think is necessary until that cosmic node. It will make some of those unlimited nodes a little easier, but yeah, get Ultron on right now, start in, and then replace him with other characters. You're gonna need more characters if you want to get through this easily, or if you just want to grind through this, you can get through it with these characters. now, but it will take a little while. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you and your family are staying safe as well, brother. New Blitz changes not delivering a better experience. What's the best way to provide feedback to Scopely, and what's wrong with these changes? Provide some better ideas, solution. I would say post your suggestions to customer support. May go unanswered, but you could also go on Reddit. I know just Cerebro is on there. You could tag him. Sometimes he responds, sometimes he doesn't. Same thing with Discord. That would be my guess. There's a lot of different ways that could have improved Blitz and change it. So yes, any more suggestions, the better. You could also leave them in the comments and I will try to forward them if I can. But Cerebro, I think he has a lot that he's dealing with right now with this crazy red star or this crazy orange gear situation. More of an MCU question for you. The passing of Chadwick Boseman is sad, heartbreaking. Would you agree? It'd be weird to see Black Panther 2 and have another actor take up the mantle. I do think that the legendary Shuri taking over the Black Panther would be a nice tribute. I think so as well. I don't think I want to see another actor play T'Challa. Now, because the Black Panther itself goes from different people in that Wakanda, the different leaders of Wakanda. Shuri, I've heard she is the Black Panther in the comics right now, so having her take that over would not be the worst thing. I think it would be weird to see a different T'Challa. I mean, we've seen different Howard Starks in the MCU, but T'Challa is a very major character, and to see a different actor portraying him, I think would be weird. I think it would be a good tribute to not have anybody take over the T'Challa role and just let somebody take over the Black Panther. Shuri's a good candidate right there. Sorry to bother you, but had an idea. Wanted to see if we could get some content creators around us in honor of Chadwick Boseman, a new legendary King T'Challa. This would give them an opportunity to rework the Wakandans. What do you think? Wakandans, they have needed that rework for so long. Shuri's good outside of that team. Killmonger's good outside of that team. Black Panther is just a good character, but that team just doesn't fit right now. And they're definitely not the premier raid team that they're billed as, but they needed an excuse to rework the Wakandans. I was, wondering maybe Black Panther 2 when that comes out, if that would be the excuse, but this would be a good excuse right now, kind of like the charity taking a bad situation, taking bad and doing something good with it. Obviously, that is something way different than a rework to characters, but it would make the players happy if they at least made them a slight rework to Black Panther, slight rework to Okoye, even M'Baku. I think it would make the team a lot better. So yeah, good. It's a good excuse to do that. This is something that I've been wanting in the game for a while, but I don't know. It seems kind of weird to do that because of a tragedy, but I don't know. I'm still in shock. I don't know what my response is to all this stuff going on right now, but just, yeah, I don't know. High red star polls have not been kind to me. I have a 6-star M'Baku, Merc Lieutenant, Hydra Scientist, Winter Soldier. Go with my 7-star Heimdall. Is there a reason to build them past level 70 gear tier 12? Certain characters. Merc Lieutenant is on a good team, that Merc team. Hydra Scientist you might be using on defense for that Hydra 1.0 team. Winter Soldier you might be using him on your Hydra 2.0 team. But unless you're really gearing up those teams, building up those teams, no real reason to build up these characters just because you have the red stars on them. Wait till you're going to use them. Wait till you build up their full teams and are going to get the value back in terms of usage for these characters of what you would invest. So wait till you're using them a lot before you invest in them. But not all the characters are bad. Valley, what is the latest on the arena cheating exploit? Man, this was talked about a while ago. This was reported a while ago and have not heard back in a bit. There's been a lot of stuff going on with leaks, with bugs. I think eventually it's going to be fixed, but as of what's going on right now with that, I have no idea. I will try to find out what's going on with this, but I don't think many of my questions will be answered until this whole orange orb thing is resolved. Valley, sorry for the second question, but thought it'd be a tinfoil hat to follow up on my last one. Do you think Scopely's mistake with the orange gear orbs over the weekend could have been intentional cover up some sort of lackluster responses to their game changes? So this has been a tinfoil hat of mine for a long time. Maybe all these mistakes are done in purpose to introduce more resources into the economy without having it be a permanent thing. So without saying, hey, this is for you guys, or having it say like, here's an offer super cheap, or like, oh, this is an event and we don't have to bring this event back, but hey, this is just let's see how this influences the economy. That has been a tinfoil hat for a long time, brother. Whether it's true or not, I have no idea, but it has been a suspicion of mine that they're doing this kind of stuff on purpose because it happens so often. I mean, most companies would probably develop a QA department at this time or improve their QA department if they have a very bad one. But no, not Scopely. These are occurring so much, which makes it make sense. I just don't know if it's true. It may just be a lot, an abundance, an overabundance of human error at that company. ValleyFlyin, love your content, brother. Really like to update the show quantities in the store. That said, do you think they'll do the same with character shards? It'd be awesome if they could see how close we are to the next star level. Anyway, this would be a very small but welcome change for a lot of players. A lot of just the UI user interface change that helps players. This would be good. If they've done that for the gear, I don't see why they couldn't do that for the character shards as well. ValleyFlyin, with 2 more symbiotes coming and the inability to clear buffs off their only significant weakness, what roles do you think Scream will get? Well, there is a lot of questions there. I have no idea if 2 symbiotes are coming. Scream? I have not heard about him coming to the game. Anti-Venom, the one who cleanses debuffs? I have no idea. This is not a question for me. This is a Drew question. He gave some info about Gambit, Rogue, Agent are out for this update. Drew, what can you tell us about this new team that you talked about? Is it the symbiotes? Is it these characters? What could their possible roles be on that team? Drew, what is the latest, brother? Tell us.
Brother RumorGuy here, ValleyFlyin. Seems like your Valley Club is pretty adept with their guesses. Some very, very specific names mentioned. Scream, Anti-Venom. Yes, I have heard those names before, and I've also heard the name of one of their teammates coming sometime down the line. Now, as far as their kits, I think you already know what those symbiotes are missing, so leave your guesses in the comments, guys. My ears are still open, so don't worry. I will be back.
All right, so yes, leave your guesses in the comments down below, guys. What is a thing that this symbiote team is missing? Obviously, they don't have a cleanse. They don't have a way to remove the debuffs off their team, but they don't have a true taunter. Is that something you feel they need? They don't have a healer. They get some drain, but do you think they need even more healing to make them even more effective? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. And Scream, Anti-Venom was mentioned in the questions. Drew just said he heard those names. Are these 2 characters that are coming to Marvel Strike Force? Let me know your opinion. Now, before we go, I do want to thank each and every one of you that left a question in the Discord server. And if you are not a member of the Discord server, make sure you join that and ask a question if you want your question potentially featured in an upcoming Monday mailbag episode. I will see you guys next time. Do all the usual stuff, guys. Subscribe, like, leave that comment, smash on that notification bell. Check out some of the links down below. ValleyFlyin 25 or 25% off your worldwide nutrition order. And streaming every morning, guys, on Twitch, ValleyFlyin 76. Give me a Hulk fist bump before you go. ValleyFlyin out.